Hey guys, Brantley here again with 30 Minute Fisherman. Just was looking at a lot of you guys' comments, and again, thanks for all you guys as far as everybody that's subscribed and liked the videos and all that stuff. Appreciate the support, guys. I really do. You have no idea. But now moving on, because sometimes I have a tendency to ramble on forever. Right now, hope you guys watched the video. If you haven't, if you're watching this and you have not watched the video, have a video for my giveaway starting this month. I found a big, box of lures in my garage that I've had for a while. Just kind of stuck some stuff in a box just to keep it until I get everything organized. I've been working on, straightening up my garage for a while now. Anyways. So I found this big box of lures. Got a little bit of everything in there. There were some whopper ploppers. There's some live target baits and strike king baits and just a myriad of things. And anyway, once a month I'm gonna reach in there, whatever I grab out, be a random drawing, with all my subscribers, and whoever gets picked, of course, will get whatever I grab out of that box. Now that being said, a lot of you guys. When you commented on the giveaway, I've gotten a lot of things back from some of you guys, and because I do try to read everything you guys send. And if I don't read every single thing, I apologize, guys, but I try. But anyway, just reading some of the things you sent, like one in particular, I know one person commented, well, all I have to fish with right now is a bag of Ultra-Vive Speed Crawls. And that got me thinking, wow, a bag of Ultra-Vive Speed Crawls by Zoom, there's 12 in a pack, and that is literally one of the most versatile baits that I own. And I fish with those a good bit. And my daughter, that's like her go-to bait. And sometimes she outfishes Dad. She's got some pretty good ones. Her personal best right now is 8.5 pounds. So she's done okay, I guess. And her personal best smallmouth is about 4.5. So and both came on Ultra-Vive Speed Crawl, guys. But so today I want to talk about versatility of so many baits that we don't think about, and sometimes we. Again, it's summertime. It's top water time right now. It's still top water time in most parts of the country. Again, like I always say, I'm here in the South in South Carolina, so, I know a lot of times maybe people watching this video, you guys could be anywhere. But I think pretty much across the country right now, per se, it's top water time. It's summer everywhere. So, anyway, so like I said, I want to do a video today just to show you guys the versatility of a couple of baits, or a handful of baits, that mostly soft plastics, so they're inexpensive. Because I know a lot of us are on a budget, this guy included, and we can't always go out and buy the expensive $20 topwater lures and whopper ploppers, and there's just so many myriad of lures out there anymore, or for a while now. And you always hear you gotta have this lure, and you gotta have this, and you gotta have that, and da. And I know ICAST is going right now, and they got all the the latest and greatest things coming out. But guys, like I said, a lot of us on a budget. A lot of soft plastics come 10 to a pack, sometimes 20 to a pack, but at least typically most soft plastics come 10 to a pack typically. And there's just so many things out there on the market that have been around for a while, and some of them are maybe a little bit newer, but they're not really that expensive. And like I said, when you get 10 to a pack or 15 to a pack or even 20 to a pack, that's a lot of fish catches that you could typically get out of that bag of baits. So I'm just going to talk about a few of these baits right now. So just gonna reach in his bag here and just pull out some stuff. And right off, I'm sure you guys are familiar with Strike King. This is their Rage Tail baits, okay? And this is their Rage Shad. And guys, I haven't really, again, I always love to talk about stuff I don't see getting blown up everywhere and getting talked about a lot. I do not see this bait getting talked about a lot. But I'm telling you, this bait is phenomenal. Yeah, as you see, it comes in a little blister pack here. And, so it keeps these tails and everything pretty straight. But guys, that's it right there. She's got this big old tail on the back. And of course, you have to clip this off. Clip it off. I'm not going to clip this one off, so I want to put it back in the pack. But if I was going to fish it, you clip it off. Just Texas rig it. You know, you put your hook in here, Texas rig it, Texpose it. And when you bring this bait across top of the water, I mean, this tail is kicking, and it's gurgling, it's bubbling, you know, much like a buzz bait, yeah, possibly even a little different sounding. And look at that profile, you know, so if a fish looks up and sees this, I mean, that looks like a shad. That looks like a brim. That looks like a lot of things. It definitely looks like a morsel to a bass, you know. And guys, I mean, these things work. I mean, they work. Now again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5 come in a pack of these, okay. But you know, per lure, you can, for sure, you can catch, let's say, 3 fish per lure. And I say, what, 3 fish per lure? But look, guys, you got 5. Okay, got 5 of them. So if you go out in a day of fishing and use a whole pack of these, and you catch 3 fish per lure, and you got 5 of them, that's 15 bass. Guys, that's a good day. I mean, that's. I mean, even if you're a pro, not a pro, whatever, that is a really good day out on the water. Okay. So there you go. This Rage Tail Shad. Yeah, that's a bait that if you don't have some, you know, get you some. I'm sure you can find them at Tackle Warehouse. Possibly sometimes you still find them at Walmart, things such as that. But this is a really, really good bait. And again, you know, you're getting that top water, and it's you know, it's a soft plastic. Another thing on a bait like this, you know, because you always hear when you're fishing, you know, top water about follow-up baits. You're gonna have, because you might have a bass blow up on this lure, and they may not get it, and you may not hook them. They may miss it. Okay, listen, on something like this, a lot of times you have that blow up, you don't feel that fish take off with it, you know, and you don't set the hook. What you can do is just stop this thing for a minute. Let it sink a little bit. Maybe give it a couple of jerks. Because that bass, for some reason, attacked this thing. It was either out of reaction or it was because it wanted to eat it. Bass don't have hands. Fish don't have hands. So you might just slow this thing down and stop it, and one might turn right around and get this guy quickly. And then again, you'll reel in and throw right back out there again. I mean, sometimes that's something else you want to do. But a lot of times on something like this, just stop it. Just stop reeling. And like I said, give it a couple of jerks. And that thing is still going to come to the water, and it's even when it sinks, you know, it's going to be sinking down. And maybe that bass is still around, or possibly there was more than one bass there. You never know, guys. We never know. But, you know, another thing that could happen when that bass blows up on this bait and you let it fall like that and it's sinking down, the bass is possibly going to think it injured that fish. That's an injured, it's a wounded fish, it's wounded prey. And I mean, bass are vicious predators, man. They, you know, that's what they do. I mean, if bass got big enough, we wouldn't be able to swim in the lake. They would eat us, okay? They will eat anything that will fit in their big mouths. That's just the way it goes. So believe me, they will turn around and attack this thing. So that's one. Now, here is another bait, guys. This is just some Zoom, big Zoom tubes. Yeah, right there. Zoom, big Zoom tubes. And this is a white pearl. So kind of looks like a shad. Again, guys, I told people this through the years. They didn't believe me. You guys can believe me, not believe me. You can do whatever you want to do. But this tube right here, you know, years ago, everybody, a big tube like this, the trend was, you know, flipping and pitching them, and, you know, Denny Brower and a bunch of guys won tons of money flipping and pitching these tubes. Unfortunately, I've never had success doing that. I don't know why. Could not tell you. I've caught very few fish Texas rigging a tube or putting it on a jig head. But what I did one time, just kind of on a whim, took a tube like this because it's actually got pretty good weight. Okay? Texas rigged it. Threw it out with no weight on it, just to see what it'd do. And it did this. Yeah. And you know, sometimes these little tentacles on the tail will kind of open and flare. And guys, a weightless tube, weightless now. You can fish it a lot like, I'm sure a lot of you guys have fished a Zoom Fluke, classic lure. That is a lure that's caught tons of fish. This guy works a lot like a Fluke. And again, you know, you pop it right up on top, boom, 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 boom. You know, fishing it, fish it quick, or you can kind of keep it, you know, a couple inches under the water. You know, maybe put a. You want to add a little weight to it. I wouldn't add much, maybe 1/8 of an ounce. You know, something to that effect. But you don't want to add a lot of weight because that's gonna screw up the presentation. Okay, then you're gonna have to moving it too fast, really. Okay. Another thing you can do with that tube, get you some styrofoam, stick some styrofoam up in there, and it'll make it float even more. Practically stay right up on top, won't sink at all. And again, as far as if you're going to rig it with no weight, you might want to look at it like a lighter wire hook, a light hook, because that'll keep it in that upper water column, and keep it up on top. And then also, sometimes if you want to add a little weight to it, get a little thicker wire hook. You know, like, I'm trying to think of an example here. Like, you know, Gamakatsu has their Superline hook. That'd be a good example. You know, that Superline hook is made for braid, made for heavy fluorocarbon, for flipping, for pitching. So it's a heavier wire hook. It's a heavy hook. So you may want to try something like that. Again, guys, these are just things that I can tell you work. Now, here we go again. See? I guess Zoom baits work, huh? Here's another bag of Zoom worms. This is just the old straight up Zoom trick worm. And guys, as far as versatility, man, this thing is crazy. The Zoom trick worm, again, since I'm talking about, you know, mainly topwater applications with these soft plastics, the Zoom trick worm, again, I live in South Carolina. If any of you guys have ever heard of Lake Murray, that's a lake that I fish a lot. I live, you know, 20 minutes from it. So this dude right here, the Zoom trick worm, back in the late 80s, early 90s, man, they could barely keep these things on the shelves around here because one of the big trends was then, again, just put a hook in this guy, no weight, and you fish it as a floating worm. That's right. You just stick it, just Texas rig it on a hook, and throw this thing up in the shallows, throw it up around, you know, pitch it up underneath or skip it up underneath a dock, throw it around logs, trees, bushes, grass, pretty much whatever, guys, and just, you know, kind of jerk this guy along. Just reel it and, you know, just give a little twitch, you know, and you'd be amazed how bass will run out and hit this thing, how many fish you can catch on this. Now that's your top water application for this. Now, that's just one application. Again, just a Zoom trick worm. You can find these things anywhere. You know, Walmart, Dick's, Tackle Warehouse for sure. I don't know, Sportsman's Warehouse, if you have one of those, Academy, all these places, they got them, Cabela's, wherever you want to go, you can find a Zoom trick worm. I mean, most little tackle shops around lakes, everybody has these because they're so versatile. Now, the next thing you can do is, again, just straight up Texas rig it. This is I believe this guy's 6 inches long, but just a straight tail worm like this on a Texas rig, it's awesome. This is, you will catch, I've caught tons of fish just taking one of these, Texas rigging it, throwing it out, and just going to town. Something else you can do with these is throw it on a Carolina rig. I know none of us like fishing the old ball and chain, as they say, but, that is definitely a way to cover a lot of water, especially now, again, summertime. Get out on these long points and stuff. Throw that Carolina rig up there and just keep that weight on the bottom and drag it, and have this guy come along behind it. And it'll actually float pretty good. It's going to pop up, and as you're dragging that Carolina rig, it's going to pop up and float a little bit and come down. And you can catch a lot of fish doing that, guys. And again, another thing you can do with this guy, wacky rig it. Look at that. Bam. Okay? So you can wacky rig it. You can wacky rig it. Texas rig it. Fish it like a floating worm. And then, of course, I'm sure you guys have heard of a shaky head. Hey, this works on a shaky head. And you can catch some big fish doing it. And you can catch a lot of fish. Shaky head. Awesome technique. Something I use a lot. A whole lot. So, put this guy on a shaky head. Okay, so now we got just one lure right here. And they come 20 to a pack. Look at that, 20 of them. So you can literally take this, maybe get some different colors, or even the same bag of worms here. You could have one rod rigged up, shaky head. You could have one rod rigged up as a floating worm. You could have one rod rigged up as a Carolina rig. That's 3 techniques right there. So Texas rig, Carolina rig, and, wacky rig. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard of Nico rigging. Guys, this will work on a Nico rig. Take your little finish nail, shove it up in here, get you some little tungsten weights. You bring your hook back in. Sometimes, and some people want to do it in the middle. I like to do it further up the tail. I've had better luck doing that on my Nico rig. And then that lead is going to keep this worm right on the bottom. Bing, 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 bing. And you're just going to be fishing along. And actually, I like, just like this has got a little chartreuse tail on it. Even if it didn't have a chartreuse tail, I'd probably dip it in some JJ's Magic or some Spike It and put a chartreuse tail on it. Because again, just look at that. That's just out there waving. Hey, Mr. Bass, come and eat me, Mr. Bass. And the weight's right there on the bottom, like I said. So there we go. And again, one other thing I just thought about, you could actually drop shot this bait. This is a big drop shot, or possibly even down south here and stuff, they call it Bubba shot. You use a little bit bigger hook and a little bit bigger weight, and you put this guy on a drop shot. You can do that too. So there you go, guys. So you can drop shot this bait, wacky rig it. So drop shot, wacky rig, floating worm, Nico, Carolina rig. Am I forgetting something? Did I say shaky head? Yeah, so shaky head, drop shot, floating worm, Texas rig, Carolina rig, shaky. So that's 6 different techniques with this one worm. How much more versatile do you want to be? And I'm probably maybe forgetting some other way to fish it, okay? Sincerely. Give me just a second here, guys. Kind of rummaging through here. I'm looking for something. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. At the start of this video, I was actually talking about this guy. Like I said, somebody commented all they had was a bag of Zoom Ultra Vise Speed Crawls. Now, These come 12 to a pack. And guys, like I said, I'm telling you, my daughter has caught 4.5 pound smallmouth on this right here. This is a watermelon red flake is what this is. Okay, see a little red. Hopefully, I can see that's got little red flakes in it there. And it's got these little, got these little claws here. Okay, and so it's watermelon. Again, it's watermelon red flake. So you can take this guy. Again, you can fish this on top. Put your 1/8 of an ounce, 1/4 ounce weight, because this thing doesn't weigh much. Throw it right up next to the bank, pop your rod up, and get it going. Just get it reeling. And man, this thing will, those little feet come right across the top of the water. It's bubbling, it's gurgling, it's churning up the water. And man, they will come after this dude. I mean, they will come after it. I don't know if they think it's a small fish. I don't know if what the bass think it is. I have no clue. And it doesn't matter. I just know they will eat it. That's what I know. And again, the cool thing about fishing this on top, again, you have one blow up on it. Boom! They come up and hit it. They swat it. They hit it. Boom! Or they swat at it. Whatever. Okay? They miss it. Okay? You just stop reeling, kind of just lower your rod, follow it down. And I'm telling you guys, a lot of times, those fish will just spin right around, boom, and eat this dude. Because it's sitting there falling, he's falling, these little legs are kicking. And you stop it, it's falling. It's got the lead on there, it's falling. Again, the little legs are kicking. It's falling. And this bass has just struck at it. And now this thing is falling right back in his face, possibly. And they don't like that. We don't like people getting up in our faces, right? Bass don't either. So, so they'll turn right around and hit it. So, I mean, that is definitely a fun technique with this. Is fishing it right on top. Now then, as far as, again, versatility. You can flip and pitch this bait. You can put your big tungsten weight on here, fish this sucker right through the grass. I mean, that's actually, I think, what this bait was designed for. You see the little slim profile. You see the way these legs come back. This dude is made to just slip, boop, right through that grass. And that's what it's supposed to do. Just slide right through there. So you put, big ounce and a half, trash bomb. I know this River to Sea makes the tungsten trash bomb. I mean, Strike King has their big tungsten flipping and pitching weights and stuff. So yeah, you can flip and pitch this guy. Texas rig it. Again, Carolina rig it, guys. This bait is just unreal. If you have a little, per se, not a real long shaky head hook, put this dude on a shaky head. I mean, it's, again, bam, bam, bam. If it's on a shaky head, it's coming right along the bottom. There you go. You can stick this dude on a Ned rig. If you guys don't know what that is, that's a little, very similar to a shaky head. It's basically a mushroom, what they call a mushroom head, or what I don't, for years I've known as I think they call them a gopher head or mushroom head. But anyway, the lead head goes, butts right up against here, and usually the hook is exposed. And I think you can get some with a little weed guard too. Usually down here where I fish, I don't do a lot of exposed hook stuff because I will stay hung up all day long. I usually have to have a weed guard, brush guard, something. Again, because of the places I fish, Usually there's a lot of trees, stumps, something to get hung up on, so. But that Ned rib will work around, say, a hard bottom, pea gravel, rocks and stuff like that, because you're not necessarily, there's nothing really for the hook to grab, more or less in those rocks and stuff. Usually when you get hung up in them, it's because you the bait falls in a crevice or something, just gets stuck, but the hook doesn't hook the rocks. I mean, it just usually doesn't happen. But anyway, but yeah, this is the Zoom Ultravise Speed Crawl. So again, guys, learn the versatility of these baits. You know, like I said, there's 12 that comes in a pack. And again, this bait, you should be able to catch, you know, I don't know, 3 to 5 fish on this, okay? Before it's all tore up and not good for anything. You got 12 of them in the pack. So, I mean, you can fish probably a couple fishing trips with that one bag of baits, okay? And like I said, you know, you want to fish topwater? Put a little 1/8 of an ounce, 1/4 ounce weight on this thing. Texas rig it. Throw it out there, reel it in. They'll eat it, guys. And now again, when I say they'll eat it and they'll bite it and all this stuff, guys, you got to have realistic expectations too. Because I know a lot of these videos we do and stuff, you know, it looks like, and that's, you know, the whole thing on my channel, 30-minute fisherman. I like to show people you can catch fish within 30 minutes. And yes, guys, you can. Okay? But a lot of times you might fish all day long and only get 3 to 5 bites. That's just life. That's just reality. So a lot of being a fisherman too is learning patience. Just like in life, we gotta have patience in life a lot of times. So you know, and and a lot of times we have to ask God for more patience, okay? Because any of us, we're only so patient. It's just human nature. But my point is, when I tell you that these baits will catch fish and they'll work, that doesn't mean you're just going to rig this thing up and you're going to throw it out and you're going to catch a 5-pounder or you're going to catch a bass for first cast, second cast. No, you might end up making 100 casts with this thing before you get one bite. Okay? That's just a reality. So have realistic expectations too, guys. But again, the main thing is, the versatility of this little bait is unreal. And it'll catch big ones, it'll catch little ones. And like I said again, you know, Texas rig it. Again, I just had a thought. You could technically Neko rig this thing. You shove a weight up in here, put your hook up in here. You know, same thing. It's gonna, you know. Oh, and another thing, guys. Again, if you only got a pack of these, then hopefully you can get you some hooks and some lead. It's not very expensive. Now, if you have some jigs laying around, you know, this is a really good jig trailer. Another thing that you can do with this guy is if you have any chatterbaits or bladed jigs, you know, if you don't have the actual chatterbait brand, there's a lot of bladed jigs out on the market now. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know, several companies make them. I think Nichols makes one, Strike King makes one, you know. There's all kind of different companies that make a bladed jig, okay? This is a great trailer to stick on the back of a bladed jig, okay? So, again, you know, the versatility is just unreal. So, you know, like I said, you could, again, Neko rig it, Carolina rig it, use it as a trailer on a chatterbait, use that as a trailer on a swimming jig. That works too. You know, throw it on the back of a swimming jig, throw it on the back of just a regular casting jig, pitch and flipping jig. You can pitch and flip this thing by itself, okay? This bait is just so versatile. So when you have a bag of these guys, you have more than what you think. You know, sometimes we take for granted what we have. Okay, and that's why I wanted to do this video today. Because if you have a bag of 12 of these, and a couple worm hooks, and some lead, catch a lot of fish, guys, on this. A whole lot of fish. And like I said, in different ways. You know, another thing that you can do with this, I just remembered, is, you know, you got some of those small, like, weighted swim bait hooks. So it's a hook with a little weight on the shank. You could rig one of those up and just throw this thing out and just swim it back in. And again, these little tails, they're going to kick. Boom, 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 boom. They're going to be coming along. And that's, you know, this, if you look at this, this is the size of a lot of bait in the water. You know, little shad, little minnows, about this size. You know, and those little tails are going to be kicking. And you put on that little swim bait hook, and, you know, and that's that. I mean, So again, that's even another option I just gave you guys. You know, stick this guy on a swim bait hook and swim it along. You know, Carolina rig it, Nico rig it, Ned rig it. You know, Texas rig it. You know, jig trailer, swimming jig trailer, chatterbait trailer. You know, there's just so many things you can do with this to catch fish. Well, guys, again, this is Brantley with 30-Minute Fisherman. And once again, today is Friday. Get out there and try to do some fishing. You know, it's the beginning of the weekend. I like to call Fridays Fishing Fridays. And again, guys, remember, you know, get out here and enjoy this great outdoors that the Lord has given us to enjoy. And guys, God bless. Hit that like button down at the bottom, please. Come on. And if you're not a subscriber and you're watching this, please subscribe, because everybody likes getting free stuff, free swag, free lures, however you want to say it. So, you know, subscribe to the channel and get a shot at these free lures and stuff. Guys, I hope you like the info. Please leave more comments down at the bottom if there's something else you guys want me to do, want me to talk about. Hey, I'm full of knowledge, so I don't mind talking about anything per se. You know, when it comes to bass fishing and how to catch them and how to rig up stuff and so on and so forth. I hope the video today was helpful. And again, guys, God bless. And tight lines, good fishing, and I'll see you guys next time.